everyone, happy Friday for the second time today. I wanted to thank you first of all for all of those lovely comments you all left, and I'm just getting the video up so that I can comment and obviously chat with you this evening as well. So there's the live coming up. So welcome. It's crafting with cocktails on Friday night, because what else do we do on a Friday night? I even have my cocktail here in my cute tumbler that we made last night. If you didn't see this, you can go check it out. And the reason I thought tonight we would do Tumbler 2.0 is, one, we did have a technical issue last night, but two, I also want to share with you some extra tips and tricks and some new things that I have to share with you. So we're going to be doing some fun things. Hi, Tanya, and lots of you joining in already. So Artspree just joined in as well, and Donna's here. So hi, everyone. Welcome. So tonight we will be creating a tumbler, but I wanted to answer some questions, share some hints and tips, and really kind of have to spend some time chatting and enjoying our Friday nights together. So we talked last night about the tumblers, as I mentioned. Hi, Sally. You're up very late. She's in England. So last night we made this tumbler. As I mentioned, we had some technical issues, but it still turned out super cute, and that's what my cocktail is in. And I want to share and answer questions tonight as well. So if you've been watching this week, you'll know that I'm super excited to be helping Artspree launch their iron-on ink range. And that is a whole ecosystem, which is just awesome. If you watched my live earlier today, please do go on over to their YouTube channel and follow them. I added a link below. I've also added a link to their website and a code HH10 where you can get 10% off the entire website. The only exclusion is their heat press, but everything else is included. And also the best bit of all is this free shipping at $75. So that's really cool. Greg has a Churchill martini. I have a strawberry rose vodka with lemonade in it. It's really good. Not something I would normally buy, but we had some and I tried it. It's really good. So they are our chosen cocktails. If you are sipping something, let us know. We'd love to know what that is as well. So let's talk about Artspree just very quickly. So it's an iron-on ink sublimation marker. It is the original sublimation marker. A couple of years ago, they launched their 10-pack. So this was their original 10-pack of colors, and it kind of had all of the basic colors in it. And then now we've launched 4 new 6-packs. So we have a black pack here, which has 3 different nibs. It has a chisel nib, a round nib, and a fine tip. So you have all of those different options in there, and you get 2 of each nib as well. And it's really nice because you can fit these in the Cricut Joy with no adapter. They fit in the Silhouette with no adapter, and they fit in the Cricut Maker with an adapter. And then here you have the pastel set. So I'll lift this one up. So this is your pastels. Again, you can see the unicorn. Everything made on the front uses the colors in that box. Then we have Nomi Botanicals, which is our more earthy. And then we have our primaries down here as well. So this is the 3 new 6-packs. And then they have a variety of blanks or substrates, everything from bag tags that come either in metal or plastic, or a really nice wood maple. And we made a maple the other night. I don't know what happened to my one, but we made one the other night. There's one just down the front here, and you can see how those colors still pop. They have an ink pad, so we can use our stamps. And there's some special Hedgehog hollow stamps that actually reverse, because you need to have reverse words. But any of your characters and critters, you can use all of those. We have keychains, we have coasters, bookmarks, we have a photo frame, a metal panel, t-shirts, zip cases. Here's your 2 stamp sets. You've got words, and then you have a summer one, which is like an owl and a tent, a fire, a backpack, some road signs. Really cute little things in there. And then we have a stencil that's back to front, and we'll be using that one tonight as well. Or if you want to make the project that I'm going to make tonight, you can get a bundle which contains everything you need. So we've put together this special bundle. You get 2 of the tumblers, so you can really have a go. You get a tumbler wrap, a heat tape, and you can choose which 6-pack of markers you would like. You can choose the blacks, the Nomis, the pastels, or the primaries. This is valued at $65.95, and they've done it for Hedgehog Hollow viewers at $49.99, plus you can use your coupon on it, your HH10. Okay, so I want to show you how to make one of these really cool tumblers and a really cute effect you can make. So Grab whichever colors you want. Mine are actually in one of these tumblers. This is with lollipops on that we already did. So I'm going to pick out a few different colors that I want to use. I'm going to kind of go with the brighter colors. So these are the original, primaries that I have here that I'm kind of picking out. I'm just going to stick with those. Now all of these have a chisel nib, so it's only the black pack that offers you the different nibs. Now if you do want blacks, you either want to get the black pack to go with your colors, or if you get the original pack, it has the blacks in, and they all have chisel nibs apart from that black pack. So I just have here a strip of paper. This is just regular printer paper. You do not need anything special. And I've made it so that it will wrap around my tumbler. You can see this fits perfectly. And it kind of just goes down to just below where that curve is, because I'm going to show you that top tip with the curve. So let's take this. So what I'm going to do is take my paper, just pop it on its side, and with the chisel tip, I'm just starting at the top, and I'm just kind of like fading down. So you can see I'm just really stroking down like this. And the other thing I want to mention to you is what you might notice is that the colors that I'm kind of putting out are slightly different to the tips. Well, when you see this, and I'm going to add some heat to it when I'm done, you'll notice that that color really, really changes. So I'm just really kind of doing a fun, streaky design here. I'm just going to make it match up with my pink. And I'm going right to the top of the paper, and you'll see why in a second. So these markers use a process called sublimation. So you might have heard of that before, you might not. It's a really fun process, and it involves adding heat, and then there's some little magic that goes on that permanently transfers this ink onto whatever your substrate is. Now that substrate needs to contain some polyester. At least 50%, ideally more. So the more polyester you have, the kind of more vivid those colors are. I'm just going to repeat my pattern here. So I'll try to chat you through as I'm going. So that's why we selected, and I got to help Artsbury choose their blanks. And so I chose things like the picture frame, because I thought that was really fun because you can customize it. And that original 10 pack is also on sale. I forgot to tell you. So it's on sale. It's normally $34.95, and they've got it on sale for $24.99 to launch their new website. And you can still use your code HH10 on there. And that pack is also approved for use by kids 9 and up. So if you're looking for something to do with the kids, like I will be this weekend, you can absolutely use that pack with the kids. These are water-based. They're great. I mean, I let my 2 girls use them no matter what. I don't have any issues with them using them. And if I get them on anything, it just washes off, which is really nice. Just don't like heat set it or do any of those kinds of things. So, because if you steam clean that couch and the kids have got some of this ink on them, you don't want to be doing that. It's going to be there forever. So purple, and then I'm going green. So I'm looking at your comments as well. I can see all of our friends commenting as well. So there's some really fun comments going on, I can see as well. Craig wants me to make him a t-shirt with the comment that Brad made. So if you're watching that live chat, there's some fun going on there as well. Someone I think said that they've got an espresso martini. That's one of our favorites as well. I'm just making sure that my top is fully covered here. And I'm trying to do a repeating pattern. So, but you can literally just see I'm just like kind of doing some rough strokes down the page. And it's going to look really, really cool when we're done. Some orange, so next is purple. So what has everyone else been up to and crafting and making and all of those kinds of fun things? But of course, just remember that what I'm showing you here with this kind of fun like edge technique, you can use this on anything. Think of a card with this down the edge. Think of a scrapbook page with this down the edge. So this is just a really fun way to make a cool border while you're crafting. With markers we already have, and obviously this is even cooler because we're going to iron it on to something. Pink is my last one. So, okay, so now I've gone all the way around like that. So this is my little design. So I literally just took my pen and dragged it down just like this. Kara's making her first ATC card. It's actually something I've never done. I really should try ATCs. Now I'm going to add just a little fun design on the front. So I'm going to use this stencil. This is a reverse stencil that I got to design. It's a Hedgehog Hollow design. And it's all reversed. So when you do letters and things for this, it's a little bit like HTV. You want to reverse it. So I'm actually going to grab one of my blacks. And I don't mind if I get ink on my stencil because it's water-based, as I said, so it's just going to wash off. And I'm going to do an A. And then it's going to work out where I want my... So one at this side. Am I doing this right, Ali? Mm-hmm. If I put my S in the right place.
For a monogram?
Yes. Maybe.
No. But you can make it however you
Well, luckily my surname is double S, so I can put one on either side. Okay.
Well, it's not supposed to be your middle name, but
mine is double barrel surname. I could put an L in the middle, but I'm not quite sure how that's going to fit.
You tried. That's all I can.
I tried. I really tried. Maybe it's that half a cocktail I drank before the live, but we'll add all the letters in. Okay. So there are all of my initials. So here yeah, absolutely. If it's anything with polyester, then you can use it. Tomorrow we have a fun craft for you. We're going to be making no-sew items and then adding sublimation to them. So that's going to be really good fun. So now I'm taking my piece here, and what you want to do is, I don't know if you can really see, but the cups here have this little bevel in. So to make sure that this lays really nicely, you want a pair of scissors. And what we're just going to do is, you see how I'm just making small slits, about 1/2 inch apart just in the bottom here. I'm going to do that all the way around. And this just helps our paper lay nice and flat on our tumbler. Okay. So I'm going to line my paper up with the top of my tumbler. I'm just going to overlap it slightly here. So I'm just going to line it up however you want it. Just line that up first. Now, we're going to use my specialist heat tape here. And just bear in mind, wherever you put the heat tape, the heat is not going to transfer. Because the heat tape is heat resistant. So I'm making sure that on the other side, my piece is just right. So I'm actually going to cut a bigger slit here just so it curves around a bit more. Making sure I don't cut off my design. So you see how I've kind of just made a piece where this can move slightly. Okay. Like this. And the heat tape that's included in your bundle is going to fit inside a Scotch tape dispenser. Okay. So I see lots of you are making masks as well. So you can also make masks out of polyester, and then you can you can make those mask covers we keep seeing, and then you can sublimate on them as well. We can do a tutorial to show you how to do that as well. So you could customize it for nurses, for doctors. If you're doing them for yourself, you could have one for each member of the family. Lots and lots of different ideas in there. So I'm just making sure that this goes all the way around. And again, I'm sticking this on, but I am not putting tape anywhere I have a design because I want to make sure that it isn't affected by that tape. The tape is also good if you make a mistake, put a piece of tape over it, it's not going to sublimate because it's heat resistant. Now I'm going to take those tumbler wraps that is in your bundle as well, and these are like just a cylinder. You see they're just like a little plastic cylinder. I'm just going to put this over the top. Now the next thing we want to do is take this down we're going to tuck it underneath our project a little bit because you don't want it too much over the top because then it will burn in the oven. I'm going to grab myself a heat glove, and you can use an oven mitt, a pot holder, you know, any of those kinds of things. And I'm going to just heat this very quickly. You can also use a hairdryer if you have a hairdryer. All you want it to be is snug. You do not want to start sublimating with the heat gun. So you see, I'm being super fast. As soon as an area is shrinked or shrunk, I don't know what the correct term is, I just moved on to the next one. So I saw the comments as well. So they're all having fun with their comments here. Anyway, we thought tomorrow we could do a no-sew mask because I don't have a sewing machine here right now. And then we teach you how to customize it with iron-on ink. So you can let me know if you want to know how to do that. And we can practice more with our iron-on ink. So here is my finished thing. I'm going to get Ali to set me a timer because you want to put it in your oven for 350 degrees. This is my dedicated craft iron oven even, and it goes in for 5 minutes. So we're going to pop this in, and I'm going to show you some other fun things while this is going. So let's stand this on. I just have a little tray covered with tin foil, and in it goes. So I can catch up on some comments.
You might not want to.
Do I not want to? Okay. They said I don't want to catch up on all your comments. So we have lots of you tuning in. Let us know what you've been up to as well. We're really excited about this. So many of you have been shopping over at Art Spree. I have to say thank you so much. And thank you for all the comments on the heart-to-heart we had earlier. It really is so important that we keep crafting. It's so much fun. And when you do want to buy craft supplies, if you can buy craft supplies, when you support YouTube channels, whether it's just clicking our link or watching a video or joining our subscription group or joining the subscription box, it just really, really does help us. So also hop on over to Art Spree's YouTube channel. I added a link below. Also go check out irononinc.com and use the code HH10. There is a Hedgehog Hollow special link below. But if you use that code, it goes straight to, or the link below, I put it straight to the bundle right now. But you can use that code HH10 across the entire site. The only thing excluded from that 10% is the heat press. Everything else included. And they've got that really cool pink heat press that I have been using and you all love. So you can go grab those as well. And they are still shipping at the moment as well. So lots of you talking about making things for Greg as well. So yeah, Karen, we're thinking tomorrow's live will be a no-sew face mask. And we will be sublimating onto it with iron-on ink as well. So Greg is talking all about pink. I'm just going to ignore Greg for now because otherwise I'm going to get into a fit of giggles and we're not going to get through this project. And that wouldn't be the first time we've had to do that. So don't forget, we do have a special bundle. They're only doing the bundle though till midnight tomorrow. So we have 2 tumblers. So the tumbler I'm using, you get a pack of 5 of these wraps. And then you also get a heat tape, which is what fits in the little Scotch tape dispenser like this, and it's heat resistant to 400 degrees. You can also use it on fluffy polyester and all sorts of things as well and heat it. You can also use it when you're ironing, all those kinds of things. And then you can choose your pack of markers. So this here, we put out the Nomi Botanicals because that's one of the girls' favorites. But there are also a primary pack, so that's your bright colors. The Nomis is the more earthy pack. We've got the pastels, which is your nice lights and fun packs. And then the other option are the blacks, and that gives you 3 different nibs. So there's a fine nib, a round nib, and your chisel nib in there. You get 2 of each. As I mentioned, they do fit in the Cricut Joy as is, which I think is really great. I've been using that a lot. It will fit in your Cricut with the standard adapter that we all kind of, I think, have got from Amazon. It will fit in your Silhouette with no adapter, just with the pen adapter thing that comes with the Silhouette. And they fit in the Scan and Cut with the regular universal pen adapter. So I've tried it in all of them. You can hand letter and things like that as well. I do have some hacks about how to write backwards, so we'll be checking those out over the next few weeks. But you could also try out the stamp pad, because of course you could stamp your outlines and then just color them in the same way we do with all of our card making, scrapbooking, all those things. And then you can, just color and transfer it. So those lawn fawn critters look adorable transferred onto like a onesie or a t-shirt scene or a bookmark. You know those really cool little bookmark holders lawn fawn doer stamps where you could put that on these bookmarks, and of course now you've got a nice sturdy metal bookmark, but with that fun lawn fawn design on. Or we have the option of special sublimation stamps, and these have already been mirrored. So you see where I kind of had to think about writing backwards. Well, with this you don't have to, because we've made the stamps to be backwards already. So when you transfer them with your iron, they will be correct.
Carmen wants to know which marker set has pink.
So pink is in there's a pastel pink, so that's like, there's kind of two. There's a peachier pink and a more purpley pink, so like your true pinks is cotton candy and ballerina in the pastels. And then the primary pack has cupcake, which is that bright pink that I was using. And Nomi has the almond, so that's this one, that's the more peachy color. And then the original pack has a like a really, really bright, this pink that I was using, which is like what I call the watermelon pink. So there are all your different pink options. So hopefully that answers your question.
Greg's being butthurt.
Greg's all upset. I'm sorry, Greg. You'll be okay. We're just having a girls' evening here crafting and having fun with iron-on ink and all of those kinds of things. So the other thing you're going to get with this bundle, or if you purchase any tumblers separately, we're including a project sheet now. So this is going to come with your tumbler. So this is a project sheet of everything we've used tonight. It'll show you how to do it. Set your oven to 350. There's my timer. It's going to be 5 minutes. I'll take you through that in a second, because I'm going to bring this out. And you might have noticed I'm working on a special surface here. This is the project mat from Artistry. And it's great because you can use, ooh, doesn't this look fun? I'm going to bring this out for a second. Okay, so I'm just going to wait for this to cool just a little bit before I start pulling it off. So I'm just going to talk about that. So you get the project sheet. Everything you need on there is on there. And then I'm going to start pulling this off a little bit. So let me just grab my thing here. So all you have to do is just cut. And I love these little gloves, but I also love this project mat because you can imagine this is super hot. It's been in the oven at 350. And you know, the last thing we want to do is burn ourselves or have any issues. And of course I can put this straight on my table. Look how easily this will come off. And the quicker you do it from bringing it out the oven, the easier it is. So I'm just going to roll this like this. You can see it's super simple to come off. And this is now pretty cool. This is not going to cause you any problems. And then let's take this off. Look at this. Isn't this so fun? So you see how I said to you that those colors were like this? They're a little bit more muted. Well, look how they pop now. They match those caps that I was using perfectly. Let me grab, I can't do it very easy with that. So you can grab that green. You can see it's far more like, here's our purple. You know, they're just like the cap colors. They're super, super cool. It's really easy. You know, my stencil came out great on here. Let's turn it round. I mean, it's just a really fun technique to do. So I really, really love doing this. It's so much fun. I can create tumblers for me. The girls, I make them for them to take to school with their names on. And of course, then they know that they're theirs as well. And it's just really, really easy to do. So that's how simple it is. But I was talking a little bit about the project mat. So this is still super hot. I'm not going to touch it without heat gloves for a second. But I like this project mat. It will protect your surface to over 400 degrees. It contains silicone. So you see how when I was doing the sublimation process, some of it bled through onto my tumbler wrap. But when you're doing it with the iron, some of it will bleed through, which is why you use our protective paper, the Artistry protective paper, which will protect your heat source. But just in case, this mat, if you got ink on this and you heated it, the ink, excuse me, gets locked into the mat, and then it's there forever. It's not going to transfer onto your next project, and then you have to worry about it coming back. It gets locked in, which is just really, really nice. It's heat proof, it's not going to damage your surfaces. It's also really nice to stamp and color on. It's a little bit firmer but still has some give in it, so it's really nice for that as well. So I really like using this project mat, and then you can use your code HH10 for your extra 10% off as well. So yeah, rule of thumb is to use a designated craft oven. It's really just because of the way the process works. I have to admit, I have tried it in my home oven, but we do recommend, well, the recommendation, I should say, is to do a designated craft oven. And I do have one for like clay projects and all sorts of things, because trust me, if I put some of the things I put in my craft oven in my home oven, Greg would have a fit. So I've decided that that's, you know, not a good idea. Someone was asking about the stamp pad. So yeah, if you stamp out with this special art sprue stamp pad and then you color it in, the black outline will transfer for you. If you stamp out with your regular black ink pad, you would have to go over it by hand and try and smooth out that line and then color it in with the iron-on ink. That regular dye or StazOn or archival, it really doesn't matter what it is, that will not transfer to your project. So you could use that and then do like no line coloring because it won't transfer. What if you don't use your oven for food? Well, then you'll probably be okay. You just don't want to necessarily put food in it afterwards. So yeah, so that's all kinds of fun. Cards by Canvas, they do ship to Canada. They did actually have a couple of orders today. They shipped them to Canada. So they are available. They are shipping all of this worldwide. So if you're in England, Canada, anywhere, you can buy this and we'll ship it out to you. So yeah, you can't use regular ink. You do need to use the Art Sprue Sublimation ink. It's the same special ink that's in the markers that's been reformulated to go into a stamp pad. And right now we just have the black for outlines, but we're working on other colors and other fun things there as well. What else do we have? So I think that pretty much answers everybody's questions. If anyone needs anything, just let me know. You can leave a comment. We always check the comments. We try to reply to as many as we can. Don't forget to use code HH10. Subscribe to the Art Sprue YouTube channel as well. Links for everything is below. And as always, we really appreciate all of your support and all of your help, everyone, as well. And we'll see you again very, very soon. So hit subscribe, ring the bell, thumbs up, all of those kinds of fun things. And I will see you again tomorrow when we will be customizing a no-sew mask. So see you then. Happy crafting. Bye, everyone.